Tyrod Taylor first got drafted in 2011 by the Baltimore Ravens after a great career at Virginia Tech. He was drafted in the 6th round, which was about where he was projected to go. There were 10 quarterbacks selected before him, and only 2 of them are still in the NFL today. Taylor was drafted to be a backup for Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco. He got very little playing time and was a backup for the first 4 seasons of his career. Then, in March of 2015, he became a free agent and signed a 3-year contract with the Buffalo Bills. He competed with Matt Castle and 2013 first-round pick E.J. Manuel in the preseason to be the starting quarterback, and he won the job. That season was his first as a starting quarterback, and he played 14 games, missing 2 with an injury. He had 20 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, and made the Pro Bowl. Taylor spent the next 2 seasons as the Bills' starting quarterback. Unfortunately, in 3 years as the starter, he had 3 different head coaches and 3 different offensive coordinators. In his time with the Bills, he had a total record of 22 wins and 20 losses as the starting quarterback. He passed for 51 touchdowns and just 16 interceptions. After the 2017 season, in March of 2018, Taylor signed with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns had the first overall pick, and the very next month drafted quarterback Baker Mayfield. Still, Taylor beat out Mayfield in camp and was named the starter when the season began. In week 3, though, Taylor got injured, and the Browns put in their first overall pick, Baker Mayfield. Mayfield would end up starting for the rest of the season and becoming the Browns' quarterback for the foreseeable future. Because of this, at the end of the season, Taylor signed with the San Diego Chargers before the 2019 season. He was the backup for Phillip Rivers and didn't start any games. But at the end of the season, Rivers signed with the Indianapolis Colts. This left Taylor as the starting quarterback for the Chargers. But in the 2020 draft, the Chargers selected quarterback Justin Herbert in the first round. Once again, for the 3rd time in his career, Taylor beat out a first-round pick in camp and was named the starter. The Chargers won their first game of the year, but in week 2, Taylor was injured in pregame warm-ups. He was still going to play and went to get a painkiller injection shortly before game time. Unfortunately for him, the doctor administering the injection accidentally punctured his lung. This caused him to have to be hospitalized, and Herbert had to start the game at the last minute. Herbert played so well that he would later be named the starting quarterback for the rest of the year by coach Anthony Lynn. After the season was over, Taylor signed with the Houston Texans. This was once again another opportunity for him to win a starting job. The Texans' previous starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson, would sit out the entire season. Taylor competed with 3rd-round rookie quarterback Davis Mills in training camp, and Taylor would be named the starter. Taylor won his first start in Week 1 against the Jaguars. In Week 2, though, he suffered a hamstring injury, and Davis Mills replaced him. He did come back several weeks later, but ended up being benched for Davis Mills. Mills would be named the starter for the rest of the season. Taylor started a total of 6 games that year. After the season, he signed with the New York Football Giants. This was to be a backup for Daniel Jones, but he would get another opportunity. After not starting a game in 2022, in 2023, Daniel Jones was injured. Jones first missed 2 weeks to a neck injury, and shortly after returning, Jones suffered a season-ending injury. In the games that Jones missed, Taylor was named starter. Taylor started 3 games, but then injured his ribs and was replaced by Tommy DeVito. DeVito played well and was named the starter. When Taylor came back from his injury, he was now the backup. That makes a total of 4 times that Taylor had an opportunity to start but was injured. Later in Week 16, though, DeVito was benched and Taylor was put back in. He would be the starter for the rest of the season, but with only 2 games left, it wasn't much time to show what he can do. We will see what kind of opportunities he gets after this. The most opportunities that he's had so far was with the Bills, and he did well. Unfortunately, there was lots of inconsistency around him and with coaching. The most unlucky part was him getting the messed up injection that punctured his lung. It was inevitable that Herbert was going to become the starter for the Chargers at some point, though. But if Taylor had played well, he probably would have kept his job all season and got a better opportunity elsewhere. At the end of the day, though, even though he's had bad luck, Taylor has had an impressive career. He also has a Super Bowl ring from when he was with the Ravens. We will see if he gets more opportunities down the line. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.